Alright guys, welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to address the question, should you join the military, or more specifically, should you join the Marine Corps Reserves? But first, I'm going to give you guys an update on my mini cut. So I'm down 2 pounds. I weighed in this morning at 173.1, and that's really exciting because I'm incorporating one cheat day per week. And you're going to see that in the next clip. I go pretty wild during my cheat days, but it's okay because I'm still hitting my macros 6 days out of the week, which are 190 protein, 225 carb, and 70 fat. I don't know who said you can't get lean and enjoy life concurrently, but it definitely wasn't me, and you'll see that in the next clip, and then you'll hear me talk about should you join the Marines, my thoughts, my opinions on it. So yeah, stay tuned. We thought all the museums in DC are free. I know the Smithsonian museums are free, but the museum apparently is not. They charge 30 bucks per person. So, holy cow, that's the biggest squirrel I've ever seen in my life. Excuse me, sir. I need to ask, what do your macros look like? Sir, excuse me, please tell me, what supplements do you take? Sir. We had all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. I think I had close to 2 pounds of meat. Obviously, it does not fit my macros, but cheat day and more life. You're not living if you're not eating Korean barbecue. And I got some cold brew to wash it down.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Alright, so I've been getting a lot of questions in reference to my other video, Life as a Marine Reservist, and I thought I'd make this video to kind of give more insight. I know there are a lot of videos out there on the Marine Corps Reserves, but I kind of want to share my opinion and my experience, so that way you guys have, you know, a little more idea, have a better idea of what you're getting yourself into. And the way I'm going to approach it is kind of the question, should you join the Marine Reserves, basically, right? So I'll approach it like this. If you're thinking about joining the Marine Corps specifically, not just the military, right, but the Marine Corps specifically, you probably have a strong sense of duty to your country. You probably think the dress blues are gonna have the ladies lining up for you. You probably have some sense or inclination of being challenged. You like challenges. You don't mind getting down and dirty, right? And for whatever reason, you probably don't like taking the easy way out, or at least I hope so. Or you're going to be in for a rude awakening because the Marine Corps is not for the faint-hearted. And if you're thinking about joining the Marine Corps Reserves specifically, not going active duty, but going the reserves route, you're probably thinking of pursuing something else in your life as well, whether it's a career or furthering your education, or maybe even both. I'll start off by saying this. In hindsight, joining the Marines is one of the best decisions I've made in my life, by far. Without the military, I don't think I would be where I am right now today. Professionally, personally, morally, maturity-wise, just, you know, emotionally, just everything. With that said, let me say this and really emphasize the following point. You have to take advantage of the military and make it work for you. And when I say take advantage, I don't mean that in the negative connotation that it usually has, or to manipulate or anything like that. I mean, take advantage in a way where you're taking the opportunities that are given to you. Be opportunistic. The military, especially the Marine Corps, is not easy and it's not for everyone. You will be tested, you will be challenged, and if you don't like getting yelled at, if you don't like taking orders, if you don't like reporting to someone or working as a team, then it's not for you. People think you go in the military, right? And it's a transformation thing that shapes who you are and sets you straight. And that's only partly true. In my opinion, I think the military actually reveals your character. And in adversity, through those tough moments that you'll face during your time in, You ultimately make decisions that determine the type of person you are. Things that you learn in the military, the values, the principles, they cannot be taught didactically. It's an experience you can't emulate or find anywhere else, especially at a young age, not in college, not at an entry-level job, not at an internship. Will you have the opportunity to do some of the things you'll do in the military? You will be given the opportunity to learn discipline, courage, mental fortitude, leadership, teamwork, and of course, the technical skills of whatever your MOS is. You will be given the opportunity. It's up to you to take it. I cannot emphasize that point enough because you will find people in the Marines, in the military, that do not do that fail to do this over and over again. You have to take advantage of the military, of the opportunities that is presented to you every single day, no matter how small they are. So to put some context behind what I just said, I'll talk about my Marine Corps story and how I made the Marines work for me, essentially. So I was 19 when I joined. I had completed 2 years of college as a Division II student athlete at a small school in New York. I was on a golf scholarship, and I realized that wasn't what I wanted to do in the long run, and I wasn't really fervent about what I was studying at the time, which was psychology. So I decided to take a break from school and join the Marine Reserve. So I picked the MOS of Supply Administration and Operations. I picked that basically because I knew it was going to be something that I could apply in the civilian world, and it's a skill that I thought was going to, translate really well in what I did or what I wanted to pursue. So I went to boot camp, MCT, MOS school, and after 6 to 7 months, I made it back home and started reporting to my reserves unit. Now, the two biggest things I want people to understand if you think about joining is this. One, pick your MOS wisely and do it well. Pick something that you know you can get excited about. Pick something that you know is going to help you in your civilian world. The skills that are going to transfer and translate into your current job. Or maybe it doesn't have to be that. Maybe you're joining the reserves because you want to take a break from whatever you do in the civilian world, and it's something entirely different. Whatever it is, pick an MOS that you can get excited about, because that's ultimately going to determine whether or not you can do the second thing that I'm about to say. Always show initiative and be willing to learn. I cannot emphasize that enough. That is going to be the difference ultimately between you being an average, subpar, even below average Marine versus being an outstanding Marine. Because I'll be honest with you guys, there are gonna be times in the Marines or in the military in general where you're not gonna necessarily like what you're doing. It's gonna be some stupid thing that you think is redundant and there's no purpose behind it. But if you have the right mentality, if you have the right attitude, and you're always showing initiative and you're always willing to learn, you will be successful no matter what. And that is something that you can apply not just in the military, but in life in general. If you can do those two things, you will be successful in the Marine Corps Reserves, I promise you. I can almost guarantee that. So for example, if you're a brand new PFC or Lance Corporal, you probably will not be expected to do much. You probably won't be trusted with a lot of responsibilities, but don't let that stop you from going to your supervisor and asking if there's anything that needs to get done, right? Show initiative, show a willingness to learn, and you will eventually be presented the opportunities to accomplish some great things. And ultimately, that's what's gonna help you make the most out of being in the Marines or the military, and it's only gonna help you grow as an individual, a professional, and as a Marine, and subsequently, it's gonna help the Marine Corps just become a better organization overall. Also, doing those things will eventually allow you to add more accomplishments to your resume when you go apply for jobs in the civilian world. And that leads me to my next point. Depending on your MOS, you will be given a security clearance, whether it's secret, top secret, or confidential. And this is something that has helped me out a lot. So the city I live in, DC, is a highly educated city, meaning there's a lot of people here with degrees, some with even multiple degrees. But here's the thing, a lot of the high-paying jobs require a security clearance of some level, whether it's top secret or secret. So having a security clearance automatically gives you an advantage. It doesn't necessarily guarantee you the job, but it does help you get your foot in the door, get noticed, right? And combine that with the ability to articulate how the military helped you grow as a professional. And this is where taking initiative and showing a willingness to learn and taking the opportunities and making the most out of the military comes in handy when you have to go talk about your experiences and what you've accomplished in the military. If you can do that, you'll do pretty well. Just to give you guys an idea, a simple administrative job here in DC that requires a security clearance pays roughly $50,000 a year with full benefits, and that's an admin job. you don't even need college for that. An entry-level IT job with the right certifications will pay roughly $70,000. So that's essentially how the Marine Corps has directly affected my life and how I made the most out of being in the Marine Corps Reserves. Take advantage of every single opportunity that you will be presented in the military. Always show initiative and always be willing to learn. So to kind of wrap it up, I think the military, especially the Marine Corps Reserves, is a great platform for someone who isn't really sure of what they want to do in life yet, but they have determination, they're willing to show initiative and roll with the punches and take advantage of a great opportunity. And something I'll share are two things that I've taken away from the military that has helped me develop as a person. First thing is being able to adapt and overcome. The military is going to teach you how to get over, obstacles, how to handle adversity, and how to see that as like an opportunity to overcome and accomplish some great things. The second thing kind of relates to the first thing, and that's pretty much having the mindset that it can always be worse. No matter how stressful, no matter how shitty a situation or how tough a task or mission can be, it can always be worse. And have a perspective of optimism and just really focusing on the mission. And those two things are skills, are tangible, soft skills that you can't develop anywhere else but other than in the military, in my opinion. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this video informational. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll make sure to answer them. I'll see you guys in the next one.